U.S. Integrity and the Disc Golf Pro Tour announced a comprehensive partnership that will begin the process of launching professional disc golf into the world of regulated sports wagering. U.S. Integrity is an integrity monitoring service provider that has worked with various professional sporting organizations and major sports books to ensure compliance and fair play. U.S. Integrity will serve as the Disc Golf Pro Tour's consulting and integrity monitoring service provider as the tour works towards offering wagering opportunities to fans. As sports books begin to include tour events, U.S. Integrity will provide the Disc Golf Pro Tour with integrity monitoring services via its proprietary dashboard, which will encompass data, intelligence, and fraud prevention. To deliver these services, U.S. Integrity conducts analysis across dozens of data sets to proactively identify irregular contest level and wagering patterns. So more about U.S. Integrity, because like when I first heard this, I didn't really understand what exactly going on. U.S. Integrity is a leading technology-driven sports wagering monitoring company, providing the highest level of protection against betting-related fraud and corruption. U.S. Integrity's mission is to grow the legal, regulated sports betting market by providing solutions that ensure sports betting integrity in every play, every game, every sport. Supported by investors including 76 Capital and Las Vegas Sands, U.S. Integrity partners with a number of the largest professional sports leagues and collegiate conferences in the U.S., as well as licensed sports betting operators and regulators. And it's based in Las Vegas and New York.
This is basically the move. I mean, most people's feedback about this announcement was like, holy cow, all the players are going to be betting on themselves. This is the move to try and counter that. Here's the thing. There's been sports betting scandals have been like amongst players have been around for a very long time. We just saw one in the NBA where a guy just got banned for life. Companies like this are really, really good at monitoring this sort of thing. And so that's kind of the idea, because like disc golf, it'll be dangerous. You know, there is a lot of guys not making a ton of money who have a very direct control to what happens on the course. And putting $1,000 down on yourself could be a real big payout. So I think that's going to be the tricky thing. I'm very curious to see what they offer and on which players they offer, because with the NBA, what just happened is you had this guy who was a two-way role player put down these parlays on all of his unders and then basically check out of the game injured to cash out on all this money. And what has happened as a result of that is a lot of sports betting places are like, we're not going to offer prop bets on these players who are lower caliber, not paid as much, because that's where there's more risk. LeBron James has no need to be putting down a parlay on his unders. He's just trying to win championships. Not doing so hot at that right now. In any case, I think that is going to be really interesting to see what they decide to offer, what this looks like. Listen, everybody has their opinions. I'm very excited about this because, I think it's going to grow disc golf tremendously, because people will bet on disc golf that have no idea what disc golf is. This is actually a grow the sport initiative, believe it or not. I think it'll bring money into the Pro Tour, hopefully. I think we should all be happy that our sport can get more resources, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it.
Well, I think the tough part, because like in other sports, like Scotty Scheffler, okay, we talked about him earlier. He just won over $3 million at RBC Heritage. Okay, you'd have to bet a lot of money to make more
purposely
betting
losing.
By purposely losing.
Yeah. In boxing, you're allowed to bet on yourself. Ryan Garcia just put like $2 million on himself to win and then won.
But you can only bet on yourself to win, surely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Which that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
But in disc golf,
I will say that is interesting though, because like then he could be under the table paying the other guy to lose.
Doesn't matter. Don't think about it too much. If you think about anything too much, there's a lot of ways around it. But anyways, you wouldn't have to bet that much in the grand scheme of things for you to make more than Simon Lizotte winning $10,000.
Or even just like a good cash.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's where it's tough, is like in golf and a lot of other sports, like there's so much money on the line that like the players would have to risk an enormous amount. Like here, you could put a parlay together of like probably $200 and win what like third place is winning.
Oh,
easily.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling. Like, you can win a ton of money.
Like, I mean, so that's where it's tough, is like, if the lines are bad, which they were with Prize Picks.
Yeah, Prize Picks got gutted.
If the lines are bad, you will have a lot of people making more money off disc golf than the disc golfers playing the disc golf.
I would like to,
which like, it just doesn't happen in other sports, which is where I think disc golf is a lot more open to this, which is why this partnership with U.S. Integrity is important.
Yeah, I would love to know. I'd like to just talk to Jeff and be like, how it feels like they're trying to move this thing along pretty quickly. I would just like to know what the timeline even looks like. What happens now? Like, do you just start, okay, we have this partnership, did they get this partnership because they already have all this interest, or is it like now do they start pitching themselves to sports books? I don't know how a
Well, it
niche
seems like
sport.
step one was when the PDJ Live took over the stats, because remember that was
they
we're
wanted
trying
like
to
the
get-
proprietary in-house stats, but like as far as getting in sports books, do they have to wait to be approached? Do they sell themselves? Like how do niche sports get in them, or is this they want to do their own platform? They want to have their own fantasy platform. They want
might.
to there's so many different ways this could go. It's going to be very interesting to see where they take it first and how quickly that happens. Like, are we going to see this in 3 years, or is this going to be something that's announced in the off season? If they're doing something in-house, it'll take them 15 years based on how long it's taken to put together their scoring platform.
I was gonna say, what if this is why the scoring platform's taking so long?
Maybe.
This is the side.
I
This
can
is the
tell you
key.
right now. Listen, I have never felt more in danger because I don't follow any other sport closely enough to ever think that I would have a chance betting. Disc golf is that sport. And last time when Prize Picks was around and they were throwing out the worst lines ever, once I hit my stride, I think at the early Prize Picks they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were good.
I was
really-
getting beat up a few times, but like towards the end of the game, they might have got lazy because I was taking them for everything they had, and I think everybody was. And so I think this is going to be definitely pretty dangerous for me. Yeah, I might have to be locked in a room with no phone for like certain time periods.
Well, we'll take care of that for you. We have enough. There's enough people who are checking
What
on
I
you
need-
regularly, anyways, with your
Well,
gambling. That I think you'll be okay.
I'm just going to have to. What the heck does that even mean? I don't gamble.
No, I'm saying our patrons. Our patron ask every week how your gambling's going.
I have not placed. The last bet I placed was on March Madness.
You've done this
and
to
it was
yourself.
free.
You back yourself into this yourself.
I don't understand why. No, what I'm going to do is I'll just start a gambling podcast, a disc golf gambling podcast, and I'll just use like 10% of the earnings to place the gambles to talk about the gambles. Look, I don't even know the terminology. Place the gambles.